Hello Rifters, here we are on a beautiful Summerfest day over on the server of Fabulate. I'm on my level 1 character that I've made. I have one on every server for me to be able to come and go as I please and check out dimensions, especially guild dimensions, because currently you cannot be invited cross server into guild dimensions. So I'm on Fabulate and I'm super excited to be with Warlord Fixu of the 750 Club, and he is in Bloodstorm Troopers, and they are the first guilds in North America and Europe to reach level 25. Hello Fixu.
Hi.
How exciting. This is so exciting. I'm probably going to jump around a lot and I'm going to try not to.
That's fine. I might too.
So here we are. We are in a Halls of Shaping, which is one of the level 25 guilds you can get. And what's the capacity for this Halls of Shaping, Fixie?
5,000
Oh my.
items. And it was
5,000.
very expensive to upgrade. Very expensive.
Wow, so that's Halls of Shaping, and for newcomers or people that have not seen Hammernell at all, it is a 20-man raid that came out pre-Storm Legion. It's over there in Moonshade if you ever get a chance to stroll past there. The Halls of Shaping is in Hammernell, and it is a tribute to the Dwarven storyline. And even though it's Dwarven, it is massive just standing here in this doorway.
This dimension is very big, as you'll see.
Nice. So lead us along the way and I'll ask questions as well as we go. And this is just terribly exciting. Look at this entry already, those Necropolis arches. This dimension has been commissioned to two incredible dimension builders by the name of Baradara and Radish. You'll know Radish from Better Homes and Dimensions, extraordinary articles, loads of info, a true advocate for the Dimension community. If you ever get a chance, head over there and have a look at everything she has to offer. So it was exciting that you got two of the, in my eyes especially, two of the two top builders in North America. And that would have been exciting to have as well.
The first thing is that captures, I think, most people that walk in here is the dome above it. Was pretty much handmade. So if you look up, there's just this enormous structure overhead, which is pretty impressive, I think, as you first walk in.
Nice. It is. It is a really nice use of the Necropolis arch, green marble. We have crystal mass going on here. A nice blend of the old and new.
So one of the things that we did in this dimension, mostly Radish and Baradera, I pretty much gave them as much money as they wanted to spend. um, and we decided to make this themes, filled with themes. And later when you speak with Radish and Bara, you can see that in here we have like a little theme, and like in the back there's a boathouse and with people in it. And this is one area, and the whole idea of this dimension was that it started off with the dwarves, and then it's been taken over by the Fae, and they've come in and trying to come in, and you'll see some scenes where there's like attacks going on and other kind of themes that make this whole thing theme oriented. Okay, so as we go through these archways and upstairs, this is where, if all of you remember HK, I mean, you can go forward and go forward through to Xylus's room, but if you take a left, you can see that we have a whole nother area over here that's filled with a garden. We tried to put in as much stuff as that we could without overdoing it to make it look like very scenic and really interesting. All throughout here we've got new dimension items at level 25, which were, I am assuming, all world firsts. And so throughout here you'll see scattered some things like a cherry tree and some interesting statues. Now you'll notice on both sides, if we turn around here, that we've built these upper levels. And we've done them kind of in a unique way. And these things lead up, which in my opinion are really beautiful. Very trippy with the colors on both sides.
Very nice. They are the life platforms and perfect for Fae that come in. You buy them with Planarite and they're available on the store.
Yep, and as you can see on our first floor here, which we've constructed here, you can see some of these little scenes when we put little models together showing little battles and stuff that's going on. Then at the end, we've always tried to put some stuff in to make it look full. And then one of the nice things that we did too, instead of being redundant, was we made a spiral staircases going upwards to the next floor up.
Dizziness incoming, people. Sorry. Awesome. My favorite statue in the whole entire game is right here.
Yep, we have an altar, and then we have this really interesting thing that Radish can explain a little bit more about the scene that's going on here, because I don't actually remember exactly what it depicts. But and then this over here was just an amazing, on the other side, was just really an amazing find that we got from the Dimension, this statue. We got that as a gift, gilded gift.
Right, so the level 25, you turn level 25 and the guild quests start to give you rewards for the quests that you do. Is that right?
Yes. Unfortunately, I would say, and I have expressed some a little bit of interest over this, in that sometimes you just get whetstones or mana stones. You don't get anything at all. I got a couple of guild recall scrolls, but then you get a gem like this thing here. So it's just a chance that you get. I'm hoping that they decide to put like one nice Dimension item in every time, because sometimes we've turned in the quest and we haven't gotten anything. And from up here you can see the view. You can actually look across, and actually if you look over, you can see the evidence that we've actually created a couple of jumping puzzles in here, and we'll get to them in a little bit. But for now you can see across on the other side, which is we're going to go over there now.
So once again, the theme's being carried through. The Fae are taking over the dwarves. That kind of breaks my heart a little bit, but that's okay. Right. And there's tons of green marble going on, which is one of the new items, which was great to see come in. We have the black, the green, and there's another red. Nope. There's another marble as well, but there's been lots of stuff added in 2.3 in the tile section, so I'm sure Baradar and Radish would have had a ball spending your money on this. This would have been fantastic for them.
Yes, and just to give you an idea, just to upgrade this to the maximum level, I think cost us close to 25,000 plat. It may be around 20,000 plat just to get to buy this and then upgrade it to its fullness.
That is, I expect no less. I do have a article from when these came out on a PTS over on riftdreamdimensions.com, but I remember being astounded then. But it all, like, for something so massive, such a fond encounter for so many people, Hammerknell is perhaps the favourite of most people who love raiding, the favourite place to ever have raided, and yes, hopefully we get some similar dungeons and raids coming with 2.4.
Right, I still think that Achilleos, I mean obviously now at level 60 people just pretty much zerg it, but I still think it was one of the most spectacular fights that they've had in the game, and still is really a fun place. So even in here, there's a nice dome up above us, and just then again more of the green marble and stuff to make it interesting. So as we come across on this other side, You can see over here too, we have another little garden area here with another theme, and they can talk to you more about that when you speak to them about what's happening here. We'll get into some other steps as we get higher up too as well. So we can go up this one, and this one is interesting in that it starts the jump puzzle off, which most people will have to find. And we have two jump puzzles in here actually, and one of them is easy and one of them is hard. And if you
Nice.
look off to the right where I stand, that's where it starts. And don't ask me to do the jump puzzles because I am a complete spaz at them.
I love them. Jump puzzles are one of my favorite things in games, so I'll have to come
Yeah,
back and have a look at it when I can, when I have my UI on, that is.
right. And we had a couple of people that were really good at them that go up those Halo puzzles, you know, the Halo footholds, like in 10 seconds. We had them actually in here testing them and helping us work on them. And when it turned out that the easy part, of course, a couple people went through really quickly, but then when we got to the harder part, which actually has a whole title on it called Hard, and then when you're done doing the jump, you'll see a whole scene after you finished it. So it's actually quite impressive. And we're going to hold a contest in here to see who will be the first person to go through the entire jump puzzle. Will get a reward of perhaps a Rex or something.
Nice, and that's what Guild Dimensions are all about. It's about encouraging not only your guild, but your shard and the rest of the community. Most Guild Dimensions will put
Yes.
things in them, and this one has jump puzzles. I'm very fond of them. I'm not going to try and attempt them because I don't have any UIs.
So come on up to the first level, and you can see, like, even by overlooking here, you can see to the right the jumping stuff that's going on here and how it progressively goes up higher and higher. And then it will go all the way across to a whole new area, which is, I thought was really spectacular. And here we just have a really nice table that was put together, and just a nice thing. We tried to keep everything simple, but also have some kind of meaning. And as later on, like as I said, when you talk with Radish, you'll be able to get the full details on the meanings of some of these and why we placed them in here.
Because it is on such a big scale, trying to fill in these spaces would have been a challenge in itself. So when you're trying to do a guild dimension, you're thinking of meeting areas for technical things, officer things, and then social areas, then those interaction things that we've just talked about too with jump puzzles and whatnot. So it's exciting to see
Right.
every nook and cranny filled on such a huge scale.
And up here is the library room.
Nice blending of old and new in here with the grey stone. I love the elegant chairs. They're probably one of my favourite, along with the low chairs that have come in. It's nice to see like the textures of the new woods being used as different things, like the carved wood here in the panels. It's so great. Look at this trolley. That's awesome. Right there for a library.
Right, and like I said, the key thing that we thought of was not to overdo it, but to make it, like you said, very elegant looking. Whereas, you know, the dwarves being taken over by the Fae and new things coming in. Um, and let's see. So we can head down. Um,
Can definitely see the girls in here. Their little touches. That table is awesome. Nice use of black marble there. I'm smiling because I like looking for people's signatures and stuff, and I'm just looking at them. It's making me grin ear to ear. Great job, Baradara and Radish. So as we can see coming through here, the Dwarven history and story and we're little folk, but it's on such a massive scale. So buying a dimension like this is no easy feat. It's epic all on its own without anything in it, and then trying to fill it up with things. You've done a really good job. It's really nice.
And I believe this is the cherry tree that was brand new. I'm pretty sure
Yep, I've
up
jumped on
here
it,
to the right.
knowing that every cherry
Okay.
tree lover will be wondering about the twisted. That's the twisted.
Here's a little scene in here as well.
Perfect for a dwarf. This is all we're getting, guys. The Fae are taking over.
And as we come up to the next level on the way towards the old Xylus, we have some little scenes in here as well.
Every good dwarven place has to have a forge. Welcome to the blacksmith. Looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love the cute little figures too. Great morphing going on here. So you've got these epic moments going on, tons of morphing, lots of technical things being used, all the textures of new items and olds, and you've got outside items coming in and inside items being used as outside features. So it's an awesome blending.
Thanks. Yeah, I did a great job on it. Let's see. Yeah, we can go through.
It's really nice to see these massive dwarven saws being used. Once again, it's quite funny that the dwarven things have come out massive for 4-dimension items. It makes me giggle, actually.
And you can see the cages that we have here. And the figures entrapped in them.
Great use of the statues that you get from the level 50 rifts out in Ashura and other places. There are achievements that can be had for you to get those bosses as the reward.
And this is one of my favorite places here. I just really like the way that this is filled in. It reminds me of going to like Descanso Gardens or some really beautiful garden area, like in the country or something. I think they did a really nice job with the placement of all the things and the colors.
Yes, these are some of my favorite here. The landscaping of Dimensions has taken over my life because it's so incredible, the items they've brought out.
And here we have full scenes, and I'll definitely pass this on to Radish to explain this whole thing here.
You're gonna get
Then
it
we
to
have the
talk about a
guild
lot.
dimension. Yeah, you will have to have her explain this whole thing here. Took a lot of time to get that in there, and each thing was made. And the guild dimension, just so you can see, the quartermaster was here, and this is only available, actually. This guild quartermaster only gives you the new guild quests at level 25. So you gain no more experience, just in case anybody was curious. You're maxed at 25, and you just get 3 quests to turn in, and each one has a chance for gilded gifts, where you can get dimension items.
Nice. So we have a nice social hub going on here. Maliana Tolson is the Dimension Achievement Meta Dimension Achievement reward, and Grinson Stowe is our new Guild Questmaster at level 25. So he's looking rather dashing there in his knight in shining armor stuff, with the achievements 4 dimensions that also activated just with 2.3.
Right, and over here is where it finally comes to seal off time. I can't go past here, and that was Xylus's room for all of those that have done HK. And then lastly, over here in this corner, we have the cages again. And we try to make a little bit use of the eggs as well.
And what would be the favourite part for you in this dimension?
I think I really enjoy, first of all, the dome when you first walk in. I think that's pretty captivating. I also really love plants, the plant structures that lead up to the second floor and then the spiral staircasing, and the whole color theme in here. Like if you look around, you can see the green, which depicts the Fae, the life, and the whole way that it was put together um, just makes it just beautiful to me. Very elegant looking, uh, just overall a very nice um, use of putting the items in and not having just a bunch of things thrown around, but everything has some kind of meaning to it. And then you can see the little themes that we have off on all the little sides. So I would say mostly the dome, um, the staircasing leading up to the different levels, and then the little themes in like the little areas as you go around the dimension.
Being an achievement person, which you are, you love your achievements. A lot of things that are in here that have been gotten through achievements, and with turning level 25. What happens now that your guild's turned level 25? It would have been an enthusiastic ride for those last few bars, I'm sure, getting to it. And is everyone in your guild enjoying the fact that you reached level 25?
Yes, I would say they are enjoying the fact that we reached level 25 because now I don't have to put pressure on them to finish the guild quests like I did before.
Right.
Paige,
That
I'm
was
happy to
one
hear
of the
ya.
things that we really kind of wanted to be the first guild to reach 25, and like I mentioned to you before, that we didn't miss any quests at all ever except for one single quest the entire time that we've had the guild. So I feel pretty proud of that, that everybody chipped in, did a great job. Um, and we even rewarded people with platinum. When we got those quests for doing like 900 instant adventures, so we would reward first place, second place, and third place for whoever did the most. And I thought it was a nice incentive, especially for the lower level people that didn't have plat.
Nice. So your guild is like welcoming of all levels? Are you a PvP or PvE
Yes.
guild?
We are a PvE guild, and we are what you would call a casual progressive rating guild. We've done very well with the amount of time that we've rated. We There was a time where we were rating only once a week for 3 hours a week, and we're rating now roughly twice a week. We only raid 3 hours twice a week, and we have cleared Frozen Tempest now. We're 2 out of 5 in Endless Eclipse, and we're 1 out of 4 in GA. So for the amount of rating that we do, um, we're somewhat advanced. We're not a 9 out of 9 hardcore guild. The one thing we pride ourselves on is we do take in all levels of people. Um, we don't ever have any cursing going on in our guild or any kind of excess cursing. We don't. When I say cursing, I mean people cursing at each other, that kind of thing. And we're a very friendly guild. Everybody helps everybody. It's one of the nice things about our guild that keeps people here, is that they really love the atmosphere of it. When we raid, if we wipe, we're still having a lot of fun. We don't ever yell at people. We don't replace people. Um, and we go from there. And we do accept people that PvP, role play, and just casuals, and people that like dimensions, um, at any level, as long as they kind of fit our mold of our general atmosphere of being a friendly and mature kind of oriented person.
This is most awesome, especially for role players. They will find incredible wealth coming into your guilds to enjoy this dimension especially, and to have some stories of their own going on throughout this whole entire dimension that's action-packed and filled with beauty. Then there's a place for people that enjoy something a little bit more intricate. There's jumping puzzles, and because you're such a enjoyer of achievements. I'm sure people that are into achievements will enjoy them with you as well. So there's a lot to be offered at Bloodstorm Troopers on Feyblight. And coming to this dimension, what's the name of it, Fixu?
Well, that's a good question. We have not changed the name of it because Halls of Shaping so far has been the best that we can find for it. We have played around with so many names. We've even entertained having a contest for people coming up with a better name, and we simply cannot come up with a better name than Halls of Shaping so far. So far, it is still named Halls of Shaping, and you can search for it on Feyblight by just typing in Halls of Shaping or Shaping. We're getting a lot more people and a lot more exposure in here, so it's usually up in the top of the in the search of the Public Weekly or the most all time on Feyblight. It's not near the top yet, but it's getting there.
Nice. So it's very fresh in so many ways. Fresh in achievements, fresh in building, fresh in a team that came in and built this in Baradara and Radish, fresh in so many things. And for you to come and see how big this is, just come and see what you have to look forward to at level 25. Encourage all guilds to try and reach level 25 because you'll get lots of little incentives and hopefully some improvements will occur because this is all new once again, and Trion will hear and adjust and do what they do really well, and that is listen to people that play Rift and discover with us the highs and the lows. But this is Kiwi over at riftscene.com with Dream Dimensions 101. We have just been through and had a look at the most phenomenal dimension, first level 25 guild in the world of Rift over on Feyblight with Bloodstorm Troopers, and it is called Halls of Shaping. Please come over and have a look, say hi to Fixu and all of the guild, give a big thumbs up to Baradara and Radish, and stop over at Better Homes and Dimensions, supporting her great work over there too, and stop in at riftdreamdimensions.com as well, where we will be everything dimensional going on, action-packed. Thank you very much for having us over here, Fixu. It's been a blast.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much, Kiwi. You're outstanding.
Thank you, and thank you, Rift, for everything and giving us such an amazing dimension to play with.
Thank you, Tryon. Thank you, guys, especially for upgrading the count to 5,000 items. Wouldn't have been possible. You could see we're at 4,800. So without that, we wouldn't have been able to do this. So thank you. Props up to Tryon for listening to the people.
Right, and there'll be Dimensioneers out there itching for a 5,000 count. So enjoy getting to level 25,
Absolutely.
guys.
Thanks so much, Kiwi.
See you later, Fixu.
Okay, ciao.